Hey, it's your old pal Lucid Stu again, and we are back looking at removing urban freeways in the United States. We're working our way through the most populated US metros. Last time was Chicago, so we're on to number 4, Dallas-Fort Worth. Dallas-Fort Worth has a metro population of 8.3 million. That puts it just ahead of Houston for largest in Texas and the South. It's also one of the fastest growing metros in the country, so Texas is going to need to start figuring out how to really pack them in. Dallas, with a city population of 1.3 million, is one place that can happen. How about accomplishing that by removing an inappropriately placed freeway and replacing it with density and transit? Our Dallas-Fort Worth target is in downtown Dallas, Texas State Route 366. State Route 366 is 2.3 miles long, connecting West Dallas via the Calatrava-designed Margaret Hunt Hill Bridge to Interstate 35, downtown Dallas, and finally Interstate 345 and US 75. We're going to replace the 1.4 mile section between Interstates 35 and 345, which runs directly through downtown Dallas. I'm going to present you with 3 options ranging from a linear park to full development with high rises of density equivalent to the area's current state. We'll do it a little differently this time, taking 3 different passes since it's not the longest freeway. Starting with the park option, this would create a linear park system through the core of Dallas. Downtown Dallas is remarkable in that it lacks a great park. Here is a potential solution. Removal of part of the Interstate 35 interchange frees up some room for office or residential west of the railroad tracks. Like the freeway, a park here would be half a block wide with potential for a short trail system connecting the sections. This would integrate with Clyde Warren Park, which is downtown's second largest at just 5 acres. I envision the pockets separated by a mostly renewed grid system as potential gathering and event spaces, as well as relatively quiet spots among the bustle. On the north end, removal of the interchange with Interstate 35 frees up a little more land, which is just enough room for 2 soccer fields to serve nearby residential. This is also adjacent to Griggs Park at 7 acres, which is less sports oriented. Our second option is slightly less than current density, retaining half of the new park space. On the southwest end, new mid-rise buildings blend with the current height of buildings in the neighborhood. On the north end, large-scale residential is booming, so I've left a 3-acre space in the area for recreation. I have appropriate scale commercial development at Clyde Warren Park and residential to the northeast, while retaining the sports park on the far end. And lastly, the most dense option, the southwest end, looks similar, but density quickly ramps up, blending the 2 areas now separated by the freeway. This would culminate in towers as high as 40 stories surrounding Clyde Warren Park. This would quickly transition down to mixed-use residential to blend in with existing residential on the northeast end, but with slightly more density. I've retained some green space to accommodate the influx of new residents on the far east end. Traffic on the current freeway would need to be rerouted, but ultimately the goal of such an exercise would be changing the way people move in the area, shifting away from roads. This would necessitate new transit systems. Dallas has several broad boulevards suitable for the beginnings of a new subway system. Griffin, Young, Pearl, and Field would constitute a 5-mile loop connecting civic, financial, and residential, including our SR 366 area. Connections to Dallas's streetcar and light rail networks, along with potential expansion along Cedar Springs Road and within the grid of Dallas's financial district, would provide opportunities for further expansion to make up for the loss of the freeway. So what do you think? Do you like any of these 3 options to replace State Route 366 through Dallas, Texas? Or do you think the area is better off the way it is? Plenty more videos to come in this series. Up next, we're sticking with Texas and heading to Houston, where we will look at the massive $13 billion North Houston Highway Improvement Project to rework downtown Houston's freeway system, which will include actual real-world freeway removal. But that's all for now. Until next time, I'll see you on that big, beautiful freeway!